So I was gonna do live, but I can't do live. But we are in the historic town of Pere Cheney, established in 1878 and ended in 1910. It's like one of the only ghost towns in Michigan. I think at one time there were 1,500 people, but they all disappeared due to an outbreak of diphtheria. This was like a logging town. Like their big claim to fame was their railroad that they made. And there's the railroad. But the only thing left of the city is actually the cemetery. And so we're here at the cemetery. It's like supposed to be one of the most haunted places in Michigan. We had a gig for my company out here, and I convinced the people that work for me to go ahead and come on out here and check it out, which is pretty crazy. So this is the actual cemetery. There's not a lot left, but there's no signal, so I have to wow, that's pretty sweet. Okay. It says Pere Cheney Cemetery established in 1878. In 1873, George Cheney received a grant from Michigan Central Railroad to establish a small town as a stopping point between Gaylord and Jackson by 1877. The town consisted of a general store, wagon, 2 carpenters, a doctor, a hotel, a post office, 2 sawmills, settlement, and lumberyard arrived and brought the town of Pere Cheney to the population of approximately 1,500. The Pere Cheney Cemetery was established on 5 acres in 1873 and is located just southeast where the town of Pere Cheney once stood. Diphtheria spread through the town twice, once in 1893 and again in 1897, leaving only 18 residents by 1917. Pere Cheney went from a bustling lumber center to a ghost town. 50 families perished in Pere Cheney and are buried in Pere Cheney Cemetery. Several of their headstones have been vandalized or are unrecognizable from years of deterioration. The family names of those buried here are identified on the back of this monument. And apparently somebody comes out here and like takes care of it. Ashenfelter, Barber, Barry, Bonnell, Burton, Conley, Cook, DeMoth, Davis, Decro, Dampier, Dumpfi, Francis Fox, Golnick, Hildreth, James, Jacobs, Johnson, Kyle, Love, Morrell, Metcalf, Missner, Nichols, O'Brien, Oakes, Odell, Ostrander, Peterson, Phillips, Putnam, Ranger, Richardson, Riff, Rogers, Charter, Sewell, Schultz, Skingley, Strobach, Taylor, Valid, Vincent, Watkin, Webster, West, Wilcox, Wilson, Wisner, Woodburn. 8 unknown, child grave unknown parents, denote Civil War veterans. Oh, okay. So, Fox, Burton, and Odell were in the Civil War. And those are actually probably why you see flags out here. All right, let's go exploring. So Paige is with me. Say hi, Paige. Okay, let's go check out that one over there. So these are all probably graves, but the markers are gone. This is probably a tomb. See, that's where the entrance was. Or maybe it was like a little house. I don't know. Oh, is that just a stump? Okay, well, let's try that one. Sam's over there. See, guys, she's being creepy. There should be a path over there. Do you see it? That leads to the city.
Oh, yeah.
Over there. Yep. So this looks like it was another tomb. The Richardsons, Charles and Nina. So she probably died of diphtheria. He probably survived and moved out, but they came back and buried them here. And this is a 15-day-old baby. I don't want to touch any of that stuff. That's their son. And he died in 1892. Huh. What? Is this what? Did they all die of diphtheria? Yep. 1993. So Hattie.
They all seem to be in their 70s. Are you all like feeling kind of funky?
So this is a 9-year-old. That's an 8-year-old. And that's a 6-year-old. And they all died within like 10 days of each other. Hattie, Ray, and Roy. And these were the Barbers. That's why they have minions on there. See if you can look down, you can see the little minions.
There's another kid.
Well, there's like a whole bunch of kids out here. Because they mostly died in, if you look at all the, on the tombstone dates, they all say 1893, which is when that diphtheria broke out. I can't read that. I think it says 1916. So this was 1884 to 1916, so that's 26, 36, 42-year-old. John Singly. Let's go check this area out. This has a pretty good amount of stuff. I don't know why anybody would want to vandalize tombstones. Yeah, that's what that sign said. Somebody comes out here and takes care of this place. So this is Frank Dompier. He died March 2nd, 1919, age 76 years old. I'm willing to bet this is one of the vets. No, maybe not. So this is a marker you can't even see. So see, this is some of the weird vandalism that's done. I don't know if you can see the hand mark on here. I don't know, man. Why anyone would do that.
Yeah, it looks like they tried to get it off.
It's a joint.
I feel like you should take that off.
I wouldn't, I don't know, like
I don't
me.
really want to touch anything.
So like the stones on top of the graves are actually like I think it's a Jewish thing, and it's like a blessing.
Yeah. Same with the pennies, the DC coins.
So if they put a, that's actually a roach. If they put a roach under there, they might have done it like, you know, like, here you go, buddy.
Yeah.
And if you see, they have the graveyard markings. Like this is number 23. So you can kind of see the markers, but like some of them are really destroyed. And what's interesting is this graveyard marker is all the way up here. Ooh. The graveyard marker. I think it says number, I can't read it. Number 41. I don't know. So that's what they said, is that there was a weird fire.
Oh, yeah.
So they said there, in a strange coincidence, there were fires that broke out in the town when the diphtheria came out.
That's why these trees, it does. It looks like they have been burnt. You know, they look like very ashy almost.
That would be weird, though, because that would be almost like 100 years ago. And then, well, this trail right here, I think, leads to the town. Where's Chelsea? It's my bizarre daughter. I want to go look at those ones, though. So I heard that a lot of people come here and like loiter and stuff like that. And there's somebody that watches the grounds. It really is kind of sad that like somebody would come up here and do that. Like vandalize. Do you guys see this one? So this one says a 73-year-old, but it looks like multiple. Oh, there's a baby. This is, no, this isn't a baby. It says 1842 to 1912. Pretty old person, actually. Let's go over here. Here's another marker. So we're stepping all over graves right now. I wonder how they figured out exactly the size of the cemetery. So there's a base around here, Camp Grayling, and I'm betting you some of the soldiers come out here and take care of this. There are a lot of really burnt up things, though. And it does look like there was a fire here. This looks like one of the best tombstones that they have. So this is the husband, W.M.E. William E. Nichols. Wife Florence. So he was 32 years old. Their infant Earl, Wilson Earl, passed away. And then Florence does not look like she's buried here. Her name's not on there. So Florence might be in another cemetery with just this plot. Dear Mother. Paige is such a softie. You can hear her saying "aw" every 5 minutes because she's so sweet. So that's probably the best one I've seen so far.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing that's really interesting about this one is that it looks like William was only 32. Their baby died in 1915. And it looks like this plot was reserved for his wife, and she never got buried here.
Oh.
So she might have remarried and got a whole new family.
Mm.
She was pretty young when she left, too. Because I'm willing to bet she left the town in 1918 when her husband died. And she was born in 1892, so she was probably 26 years old.
So, like, did the diphtheria, like, stick around?
So diphtheria was like a big thing in that time.
Like, there's people who were alive through it.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes when you get it once and you survive it, it builds up antibodies.
How did it, like, start, though? Like, what was, like,
It's just, it was just common then because it's like they didn't have any medicine.
Yeah, okay.
And especially because Pere Cheney's big claim to fame was trying to get people to come to the town, so they built the railroad, so they probably had a ton of people coming through here.
And just brought different diseases.
Yeah, and they just didn't have the proper medicine to deal with it. I mean, this is pretty rural right now, so can you imagine what it would have been like back then?
Do you guys notice how the ground feels when you step on it?
Yeah, it's burnt up. Alright, so did we look at all of them? I think we looked at all of them. Age 72 years old. It's kind of cool that some people actually manage to live that long. Yeah, it's kind of rare for them to live that long. So we're going to go with that little area to see if I can see anything. Which way do you think the one is to the town? That one or that one?
You trying to find out?
Yeah, I want to get to the end and see if you can see anything. Okay. Because there's supposed to be some kind of trail to it, but we don't have to go, but we can see if we can see anything. I don't really want to get a tick. Yeah, because if it's a ghost town and there's just a couple of pieces of wood left over. I want to know who cuts the grass.
Right?
I bet you they have some stories. Oh, look at that hidden one. Yeah, there's a hidden one. Oh, this is a really well kept one too. Augustine Odell. And I'm pretty sure this is a veteran. COG. Maybe Commander General? I don't know. Here's another Odell, and this is a This is probably the wife or child. It'd be surprising if that was the only two. And what's kind of cool is this is probably a plant that they like put next to the tombstone and it just overgrew. Yeah, I would have to say that this is like a sheriff or something just because of the badge outline.
Oh, I didn't even notice that yet.
They would have had relatives a lot more than. There's a jar of what? Wheat?
I'm telling you, like, kids come out here and party. I wouldn't want to. Don't touch it.
Why?
Because, man, you don't know, like, fentanyl. Did you know that fentanyl that can, like, absorb through your skin?
Someone left a geocaching game piece here.
What is that?
Awesome. All right, let's go see.
But people like leave them in random places around there.
So here's a grave marker.
And someone put it here like a couple days ago.
It's a very famous spot for people to visit.
I know, but that's so disrespectful.
I don't know. I feel like it's kind of disrespectful, but at the same time, if there are like
outside the cemetery.
but if there's spirits here, they probably enjoy having people. Like, would you want to just be like, there's,
I don't know. I'm getting weird juju.
I mean, there's lots of people here. There's probably good and bad juju.
Yeah, I have like a pressuring thing going on.
The random holes in the ground are grave markers.
No,
Maybe it's just an intense feeling of how many.
Oh, really?
Totally. I mean, yeah, absolutely.
So what's really creepy about this graveyard is this was back before real embalming and caskets. So, like, there's, like, skeletons underneath us.
And we're walking in decayed corpses.
I've always been that person. When I go to a cemetery, I do not step around the like.
You can't help it here. You don't know where they are.
I feel really bad 'cause I feel like I'm stepping around.
They're okay.
You're spending good energy for your feet.
Yeah, you don't have any bad, like, intentions being here.
You want to really go the extra mile.
I'm just that person.
Yeah.
If I would have known we were coming here, I would have brought flowers.
That's what I was thinking. Like, what if we brought
I
something?
picked a little wildflower and put it on a wheel.
Were you able to see?
No, it's all trees.
I bet you. Because they said that you can see something.
But that way is someone's house.
So, what's interesting is the pattern of the cutting of the grass.
Yeah.
So the markers have to be like kept somewhat, like the like login of the markers. Sam, there's a path over here. Do you see it? Dude, there's a path over here.
I don't think we should go.
I'm just gonna stand over here. No, it's a straight up path. Dude, there's a path.
You're not going to come back here anytime soon. I might as well.
I mean, you only live once, and this is like one of those experiences that I don't think we're gonna revisit. But if there's a dead end and it looks.
No, there's a straight up path back here.
Yeah, there is.
There's something back here. No, it's a marker. Come here, you guys.
I'll get murdered too. It's fine. At least I'll be a really attractive looking murder victim.
Shush. Okay, we're not going much further, but there's something over here. Something. It's like It's got like 3 posts and some barbed wire. Do you see the barbed wire? Why would there be barbed wire? This is probably some kind of like structure or something hunting. This is probably the most creepy. Do you see it? Paige, do you see it?
Oh, whoa.
Do you see the barbed wire around it?
I do know, yeah.
I'm willing to, I bet you that is some kind of structure.
Careful going deep in there. What kind of structure do you mean?
I mean, I think that's like a remainder of a building because it's steel. And if they had a logging company, I'm willing to bet there was steel. You don't want to come see. This is probably one of the few remaining things.
It's not scary.
There's more. Okay, we'll just go a little bit further. I do too, but I don't.
I'm a little bit reckless though, so...
No, don't touch nothing. Because of that whole fentanyl thing going around.
Yeah, and if people are out here partying...
There could be junkies.
Yeah. It would be really responsible if, you know, we don't need to follow the fentanyl overdose.
I don't think we could go very much further anyway.
This is a lot cooler than like an actual trail because it's like... Hello?
Sam is such a like worrywart. Well, I just want to see how far look at how far the trail goes. Do you see? Like it keeps going.
I wonder what Sam would do if we got murdered. She's like, oh.
This is definitely where Pere Cheney was. Isn't that the weirdest thing, knowing that we're walking in a ghost town?
I mean, my pressure headache went away after I left the graveyard.
All right, we're coming, Sam. She's getting upset. Come on, Chelsea. Your headache left because all these trees are filtering the air and it's oxygen. See what I mean, guys? She's a softie. Look around to see if you can see anything else.
There's definitely bad juju.
Chelsea, you keep going back and forth. It's good, it's bad.
No, it's not good. I never said it was good.
I mean, I think that that's probably a structure.
I was saying, oh yeah, no, for sure. But I'm saying that
There's more.
my headache comes.
Okay, Sam. Look, there's another one, Paige.
Oh wow. And it's like weird wood.
This is probably where a building was.
Probably.
That's crazy. This is like the last remnants of a house. Oh my God, we passed another one. Look. Why is there barbed wire over here though? This could be just someone doing stuff. Do you see the barbed wire?
Yeah.
They probably do that so like if somebody's back here being a jerk that they'll get hurt. Over there is Sam, the voice of reason of the group. Okay, we're going. There's another one right there, Paige.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys see my spiders? Okay, Chelsea, we got you.
Well, this was nice.
No hunting.
Very peaceful.
That's because somebody's taking care of this place. So the only thing I would be really super worried about is if there's an old veteran taking care of this, he could be booby-trapped in the woods.
Oh.
Like, they do really... Like, that just actually happened to an old guy. He forgot that he booby-trapped his house. He had a shotgun. connected to the door. He's still alive, but he blew off his arm. You should not booby trap your house like that. If you hit a certain age, you start to forget stuff.
Yeah, look at this hedge see it, like, on the tree.
Okay, Sam. Sam's not digging it anymore. She wants out of here.
No, you told me to tell you when I was in a bad thing.
Okay, we're going. It's probably because you realize it's about... I've heard it a couple times. Be quiet.
It's the road.
Yeah, but I heard someone like
Yeah,
I
I've
heard
heard.
something moving.
talking.
Yeah, I heard that too. No, because when I was walking around alone, I heard like walking around in the
There's
woods.
probably other trails over there. All right, well, this was our little visit to Pere Cheney. I think it's pretty cool, but it definitely does have a feel. And my head is pounding.
Yeah, bad vibes.
I don't think it's bad vibes, but look.
No, it's bad.
Recent fire.
It's very intense.
There is like burnt stuff everywhere. I wonder if they did a controlled burn to clear this area so they could take care of it.
Oh. I was saying that I think that maybe back when the weird disease was going around that they were...
It wouldn't be out here 100 years later, especially with the grass being just cut.
Yeah. The grass definitely feels like it was
It's very dry and crispy. But you also have to realize that it's been a really, really...
It's burned.
That's moss.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. There's like all these really cool hunting things you can learn, like where the moss grows on a tree is how you find north and south. But if you're caught back here after, I think it's
I don't get why people would...
dark. But look, there's a trail there too. That was a gunshot. That's probably at the base.
That you just heard?
Yes. So there's a flower right there. That's kind of neat. Who would do that? There's a smell too. Do you guys smell it? I don't know when it stopped videotaping, but I really enjoyed coming to Pere Cheney. I just wanted to say I hope that you guys enjoyed coming to Pere Cheney. If you guys do actually come out to this cemetery, please remember to not do bad things to this cemetery because it is a historical site. The cemetery closed at dusk. There's rules, so somebody's coming out here taking care of these places, and it does have like a really weird feel. And it says Pere Cheney Cemetery is open 9 a.m. till sunset. Violators so violators will be prosecuted. Thank you so much, Pere Cheney, for having us. A lot of people in here. All right, remember to subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you think. Unless you're crazy, then just don't say anything at all. Anyway, it's Detroit Allycat. Have an amazing day.